morning. How are you? Today we are going to learn a new lesson, lesson 5.3, which is about factor the common factors. So this is what we are going to learn today. All of us know the distributive property, which is if we have 3x in here and we have here x minus 2, we can distribute the 3x over everything inside the brackets, so that will be 3x squared minus 6x. Today we are going to learn the opposite. We're going to have this and we're going to put it in this form, factored form, by factoring the common factors. So the first thing we need to know is when we factor the common factors, we are looking for the highest common divisor among the two terms. So for example, if I have 3x squared minus 6x and I want to factor the common factors, so I want to see what is the highest common divisor for 3 and 6. The highest number that can divide 3 and 6. It is 3. Then I want to see what is the highest divisor for x and x squared. It is always the variable with the lower exponent, with the less exponent. So x is to the power of 1, this is the one with the less exponent, so this is the common. Then, what we're going to do, the term that we choose as a common factor, we're going to divide each term by. So, 3x squared divided by 3x. 3 divided by 3 is 1. X squared divided by x is x. Now, negative 6x divided by 3x. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. X divided by itself is 1. Okay, so this is the first example. Let us have another example. Uh, 25k to the power of 6 plus 15k to the power of 4. We need to factor this. So this is example 2. This is example 1, sorry, this is example 2. Now, we look at 25 and 15. What is the highest number that can divide both of them? 5. So 5 is common. K to the power of 6 and k to the power of 4. What is the highest term that divide both of them? Always the one with the lower exponent. So k to the power of 4. Now, we are going to see what will be inside. 25 divided by 5 is 5. K to the power of 6 divided by k to the power of 4. When we divide and we have the same base, we subtract the power. This is the base, k and k. So we subtract the power. That's k to the power of 6 minus 4, which is 2. Then plus 15 divided by 5 is 3. K to the power of 4 divided by itself is 1. So this is the answer. Note, if we distribute this back, it will give us this. So we can check our answer by distributing this and see if we get the original relation. Okay? This is example 2. I want to do another example. Example 3. We have 21 c to the power of 4 d to the power of 3 minus 28 c squared d to the power of 5 plus 7 c d cubed. So I will do the same thing. I will look for the highest number number that can divide 21, 28, and 7. I think 7 is the highest number that can divide. Everything can be divided by 7, and this is the highest number that can divide all of them. C to the power of 4, C squared, C. So we take the one with the lower exponent, the lowest exponent, so that's C. D to the power of 3, D to the power of 5, D to the power of 3, so D to the power of 3, the one with the lower exponent. Now, we're going to divide each term by the common term. So 21 divided by 7 is 3. C to the power of 4 divided by C is C cubed. D to the power of 3 divided by itself is 1. Minus 28 divided by 7 is negative 4. C squared divided by C is C. D to the power of 5 divided by D cubed, we subtract the power, so D squared. Plus 7 divided by 7 is 1. C divided by itself is 1. D divided by itself is 1. So when we divide this term by this term, which is the same, the result is 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. So this is the factored form after we factored the common factor. If we distribute this back, it will give us the one in blue above. Okay, so this is example 3. I want to do some more. Let us say we have 3x, example 4. Example 4. It says 3x times y plus 1 plus 7z times y plus 1. When we look at this, what do you see is common in here and there? Everybody see that y plus 1 is common, so we can factor y plus 1 out. When we do that, we're going to divide each term by y plus 1, or we take y plus 1 from each term. What will be left inside? 3x from here and 7z from there. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a number, it could be term, and we can factor it out the same way. Okay, this is example 4. Let's do example 5. We have 2x, x minus 3, minus 5, x minus 3. When we need to factor the common factors in here. So what is common? X minus 3. If we factor x minus 3 out, what will be left inside? After we take this out, it will leave 2x, and take this out, leaves negative 5. Okay, this is example 5. I still have time. Okay, now we're going to learn something called factoring by grouping. So, okay, in the same lesson, we're going to learn factor by grouping. Let's say we have these 4 terms. Example 6. ax plus ay plus 2x plus 2y, and we need to factor this. So we can group the first 2 terms and the second 2 terms. When I look at the first 2 terms, what's common there? A. So we factor a out. If I factor a out, I'll divide each term here by a, so that will leave x plus y. And here, what is common? It is very clear that 2 is common. So we factor 2 out, and that we divide each term by 2, so x plus y. We are not done yet, because we can do more. So when you look at this, you find that x plus y is common in both. So we can factor x plus y like what we have done before in example 5 and example 4. So x plus y out. What will be inside? What will be in the other bracket? Take x plus y, what will be left? A. Take x plus y, what was left is 2. And this is factored completely. Okay, let us have another example. I still have time. Example 7. 9k squared minus 6k plus 6k minus 4. So we are going to factor this by grouping. We have 4 terms, so we can factor by grouping. What is common here? The highest common number between 9 and 6 is 3. The highest common variable here is k. What will be left inside when we divide 9k squared by 3k? That will leave 3k. Divide this by that, that will leave negative 2. When we look at this, what's common in here? It is 2, and that will leave 3k minus 2. We divide each term by 2. After we do that, we look, we are not done, we can do more. 3k minus 2 is common, we factor it out. And that will leave, when I take that from here, it will leave 3k. And when I take that from here, it will leave 2. Okay. Now another example. Example 8. 9x squared plus 15x plus 3x plus 5. This is 4 terms, so I can factor by grouping. I group this. What is the highest common number between divisor between 3 and 15? Between 9 and 15, that's 3. Between x squared and x is x. Then we divide each term by whatever we have factored out, so that will be 3x plus 5. And here there is nothing common, so I will leave it as it is. When I look at this, I found that 3x plus 5 is common. And when I do that, I will divide each term by 3x plus 5. So this divided by 3x plus 5, that will leave 3x. This divided by itself, it is 1, not 0. There is always a 1 in front of it. So this leaves a 1 in here. So when I divide something by itself, that leaves 1. Okay, so we'll stop here, and I'm waiting for your questions to answer them in the next video. I will post everything on HB for you. Have a great day.